Hey guys, this is gonna be my last shot at trying to record this. I've tried 5 times, so excuse my appearance. I tried last night. I woke up early today to try to do it, so hopefully this works. Today when you log in, I need you guys to open your notes, and we're gonna start with your vocabulary like usual. So study your words, and spend 5 minutes doing that. So if you need to pause me right now, you can do that. All right, now that we're back. Today all we have to do is read 2 pages and answer 3 questions and an exit ticket. So pretty much like a shorter day than we would normally have. And yeah, so I'm going to read quickly, and if you need to stop to answer your questions, you should do that while I read. Okay? There's 3 questions and your exit ticket. Alright, the 3 questions that we're listening for are why does the author describe Cherry as white as a sheet? And what does that language mean? So if somebody is described as white as a sheet, what does that mean? Number 6, what is the deeper meaning of the dialogue "things are rough all over"? Number 7, why does Pony begin to think about lectures at the end of this chapter? So those are the 3 questions you should pause for while I read the last 2 pages. Your exit ticket today is explain how the author uses figurative language and vocabulary to show what the socias are capable of. So for your exit ticket, you would go back to slide 4 and find your text evidence about what happened to Johnny and try to explain what does this show us that the socias are capable of. All right, some of you missed providing evidence for that whole slide, so if you did, I would go back to listen to yesterday's reading. Okay? All right. When you click on the text, the link for the book, you're going to go to page 31. We left off where Ponyboy had just finished telling a story to Cherry about when they found Johnny beaten. All right. We're at where it's in all capital letters. I'd nearly forgotten that Cherry was listening to me. But when I came back to reality and I looked at her, I was startled to find her as white as a sheet. So you can pause this. This is number 6. Why is he comparing this girl to looking like a sheet that you would put on your bed? Something the white as a sheet. Alright. All socias aren't like that, she said. You have to believe me, Pony. Not all of us are like that. Sure, I said. That's like saying that all you greasers are like Dallas Winston. I bet he's jumped a few people. I digested that. It was true. Dally had jumped people. He told us stories about muggings in New York that had made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. But not all of us were bad. Cherry no longer looked sick, only sad. So this is going to be our answer to question 2. I'll bet you think that the socias have it made. The rich kids, the West Side socias. I'll tell you something, Ponyboy, and it may come as a surprise. We have troubles that you've never even heard of. You want to know something? She looked me straight in the eye. Things are rough all over. Okay, guys, so number 6, saying that things are rough all over, we need to copy and paste Cherry's line from the text and put it there. And then we need to explain in our own words, what does that mean to be rough all over? To me, it means that regardless of, the money that you have, everybody lives through their own problems and experiences, right? So you may think other people have an easier life, but they may also be struggling with things that you don't know about. Okay, one more question and we are out of here. Well, we're on our exit ticket then. I believe you, I said. We'd better get back out there with the popcorn or 2, but he'll think I ran off with his money. We went back and watched the movie through again. Marcia and Two-Bit were hitting it off fine. Both had the same scatterbrained sense of humor. But Cherry and Johnny and I sat there, looking at the movie and not talking. I quit worrying about everything and thought about how nice it was just to sit with a girl without having to listen to her swear or to beat her off with a club. So again, some of you yesterday were talking about, for the first question, I asked you who is Pony, having feelings towards. Some people did not write Cherry's name. It's pretty clear right now, sitting with her, that he's enjoying this time and he likes her. So if you got number 1 wrong, make sure you have that he likes Cherry and that she belongs to the Socias. I knew Johnny liked it too. He didn't talk to girls much. Once, while Dallas was in reform school, Sylvia had started hanging out with Johnny, sweet-talking him. And Steve got a hold of her and said if she tried any of her tricks with Johnny, he'd personally beat the tar out of her. Then he gave Johnny a lecture on girls and how a sneaking little broad like Sylvia would get him into a lot of trouble. As a result, Johnny never spoke to girls much. But whether that was because he was scared of Steve or because he was shy, I couldn't tell. I got the same lecture from Two-Bit after we picked up a couple of girls downtown one day. Okay, so number 7, why does Ponyboy think about a lecture? So let's see. What is this lecture about? Thought it was funny because girls are one subject Derry thinks I use my head about. And it's really funny because Two-Bit was half cracked when he gave me the lecture. So that means Two-Bit was drinking. He told me some stories that about made me want to crawl under the floor or something. But he had been talking about girls like Sylvia and girls he and Dally and the rest picked up at drive-ins in downtown. He never said anything about Soci girls, so I figured it was alright to be sitting there with them, even if they did have their own troubles. I really couldn't see what the Socias would have to sweat about. Good grades, good cars, good girls, Madras and Mustangs, and Corvairs. Man, I thought, if I had worries like that, I'd consider myself lucky. I know better now. Alright, so he was thinking back to a time where Two-Bit had warned him, it sounds like, about, talking to girls or hanging out with girls. He was warning him about girls like Sylvia, so greaser girls. So for number 7, why would Pony think about that now? I think he's understanding that there's a difference between girls like Cherry and girls like Sylvia. Alright, finally guys, all you're going to work on today is your exit ticket for the majority of class. Keep in mind your 7-point checklist, right? You're going to restate, answer, tell me your author's craft move. It's right there in the question, right? It's saying figurative language and vocabulary. So that's your author's craft. Paraphrase, you would say in chapter 2, because that's where we're at. Your evidence should be something specific about the Socias beating Johnny. That's what the Socias are capable in this section of the text. Literally what happened to Johnny, but then the deeper impact, right? Them hurting him caused a bigger impact in this story and in Johnny's life. Okay, I really did want to go over the first 4 questions. I've been holding Zoom sessions the last 2 days at 2:30. So if you do have questions, reach out to me. I tried to leave you notes if you were off for those 4 questions. Alright, if you need anything from me, again, I'm sorry I look crazy in this video. I've recorded it 5 times and I'm really hoping this one doesn't get taken down too. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.